how's it going? It is I, JoJo Talks Too Much, and I am back with another video about manga this time. I know for some of you that is weird, but yeah, your boy, in the interim time of being an AniTuber, ended up reading manga, which is hilarious, because it's a thing that I used to say that I would never do, and yet here we are. So I want to talk about the ending to My Hero. So I need you to know that while, yes, I am typically anime only on a bunch of stuff, or at least I used to be, and this channel does typically talk about anime, I'm not gonna lie, I might just start talking about manga because I actually have more fun reading manga, which again, if you've been with this channel for a long time, is crazy. But I did want to talk a little bit about My Hero Academia chapter 430, the final chapter of the My Hero Academia manga. So if you are anime only, do not watch this. It is going to spoil the ending. And when I say watch this, you guys know my videos, it's mainly just like throw this video in another tab. But still, the point is I am going to spoil a bunch of stuff. So this video is mostly going to be kind of not really review. You guys know I don't really review things. I just kind of give you my thoughts. And my thoughts right now on the ending is I have seen people, even some people I respect, have to delete their tweets and everything because they had opinions on the final chapter based off of leaks and fan translations and things that people were just straight up making up. And I'm not gonna lie, it even comes down to, like, if you go on Viz right now, there is, like, you know, they changed the banner out, right? Every time you get, like, oh, there's a new issue of Shonen Jump, there's, like, a new cover page, right? And right now, the cover page is this image of Luffy and Deku, and if you just look at the cover page, it looks like Luffy is shoving Deku out of the way. If you just looked on Twitter, it looks like Luffy is pushing Deku to the side. I get why people would be upset, but if you waited a second and actually looked for the full image, you'd see that it's actually all of them breakdancing. Deku's not getting shoved, he's busting a move, you know? So it's not anywhere near as bad. And that's just like a taste of the things that people were like really upset about. And I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it. People are just constantly looking for reasons to be mad. And I think the big one, and I'm flipping through on Viz right now, just kind of looking at it so that I have like talking points as I go, but I think the big one that people had, and I think the biggest complaint I saw was that Deku never became the #1 hero. And I feel like I'm taking crazy pills because Deku never became the #1 hero. I'm sorry. Who did everyone rely on the last how many chapters, how many arcs? When he went full like evil, like Dark Knight Deku, well, not evil, but Dark Knight Deku, when he went like rogue, who did they all try to get back? Who did all the heroes rally behind? Who's the one who ultimately saved not just Japan, the world? Who was that? Who was that? I'm pretty sure that was Deku, unless maybe I'm mistaken and it was All Might. Maybe it was Bakugo. Maybe I'm crazy, right? Did everybody chip in? Did everybody help? Of course they did. But who was all the hope relying on? Deku. Who is Dai, the kid in this who they introduce as like the next Deku? Who is he shocked to see? Deku. Who does he list as one of the characters that he is like or one of the heroes that he idolized? Deku. In my opinion, I know that like Japan at the time wasn't doing the hero rankings because, you know, everything was falling apart. Bullshit, Deku wasn't the #1 hero during that time. Am I insane? Like, I feel like that's a crazy take for some people, but like, how was he not #1? He was like not only is he the main character, he was the main character during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't buy that. People like, Deku never became the #1 hero. Also, how do we know he's not just gonna do that later, right? Like, he has the fucking suit now, pardon my French, but like, he has the suit now, he's back to being a hero. If you count everything he did before, I'd say that put him pretty high in the rankings, wouldn't you? I'm just saying, I don't really, like, to me, like, I get it, because people assumed that the lesson wasn't that Deku was the #1 hero, it's that we all were the #1 hero, which is something said here. If you just listen to Twitter and you just look at the scans, yes, that is a thing that is said. Yes, Deku does lose his quirk. Yes, he does work at UA now. But then it keeps going, and he has the suit that All Might uses, so it has a bunch of the quirks. So he already is familiar with using multiple quirks at once, which again is inevitably, knowing Deku, gonna make him the #1 hero, right? Like, and on top of that, again, I stress, like, I'm talking the future. He's gonna become the #1 hero again, inevitably, but nonsense that he wasn't during the last few arcs. Nonsense. Nonsense, I say. But on top of that, the issues that people have where they're like, I saw, again, people who I respect, I'm not even necessarily talking shit, I'm just like, do y'all really just, like, not read the manga that you complain about? Are we just complaining for the sake of complaining? Because, like, the one thing that I saw was people saying, like, oh, so Deku just loses touch with everyone? Read. Like, read the chapter. What are you talking about? Deku literally says, it's like, we try to plan get-togethers, but it's hard because everyone's busy. Homie, I don't know how to break this to you, but that's being an adult. Like, sometimes when you grow up, it's hard to connect with your friends. I have a hard time planning get-togethers with my friends. I can go months without seeing my friends, and when I see them again, it's like no time has passed. And I like that. I like that Deku says, like, we try to plan get-togethers, but hey, when you're as popular as my friends have become, that gets kind of hard, right? When you're doing all the hero stuff, I get it, you know? Like, Deku's doing the teaching thing, they're all doing the hero thing. It's understandable that they'd be busy. Deku's busy, they're busy, shit happens, life happens. That's called being an adult. I can't believe I have to spell that out for other adults. Like, that's insane. Because these are not, like, because what kills me is these are not, like, because I've seen people, like, try to pin this on, like, people being like, oh, you guys can't trust scanlations. Everybody I saw doing that was an adult. I did not see, like, as an example, like, Zoomers or Gen Alpha who read My Hero saying that shit, okay? Like, they all understood, yeah, shit happens. I can't believe some of the people I saw complaining about this, I know you. Like, we are either I know you personally or I know of you and I know you are a damn adult and you know better. Like, because there's one of two answers there. Either you're just complaining for the sake of complaining because you know that when you're adult, it's hard to plan get-togethers. They try, but it's hard sometimes. Life happens. If you are close with somebody, you cannot see them for a couple months, bounce back into them, and no time has passed, right? You know that. I know that. Every adult knows that. Or the second option is you didn't read it. You just saw scans and everybody talking about it and assumed what people on the internet was saying is true, which is something that I also know. If you are a goddamn adult, you learn not to trust people on the internet. Like, I can't. Like, the reaction, like, because again, like, this isn't like necessarily me just talking about My Hero and how much I love it, and it's nice, like, nice to see it have a good ending. Do I think it's the greatest ending of all time? No. Would I have liked to have seen Deku actually get to have his, like, moment in the sun? Of course I would. Am I upset with this ending? No. I actually really like it. I'd put it like a solid, like, B+ to A-. Like, solid, not the greatest ending of all time, but pretty damn good, in my opinion, right? That's not what is in my soul, though. What's in my soul is I can't believe the things that people are just, like, making up off the top of the dome. The only complaint I've seen that I do get, I understand this, right? Like, if you wanted to see Deku as the #1 hero, I get that, but again, be so for real, he's been #1 for a while. 2, the second one that I've seen, that again, I kind of understand. Deku never, like, picks a partner, I guess we'll say. Like, so the shipping wars go, the shipping wars continue. And listen, a while ago, you guys know, I used to be the shipping professor over on the Tiki Talkies. I was your shipping professor, and I used to talk mad smack about Baku Deku, dude. I used to talk mad smack about Baku Deku. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I think Baku Deku fans won. I think Baku Deku fans won because, like, who pays for the suit? I know that all of Class 1A pays for the suit, but the amount of, like, moments between Deku and Bakugo we get versus Uraraka and Deku, which was supposed to be the end game, I was a Suyu Deku fan. I was weird. I know. I'm sorry. I thought he should have got together with Suyu. I just thought they had more chemistry. I thought Bakugo should have gotten together with either Kirishima or Uraraka, and I know that just upset some of you. I'm sorry. I know my ships are weird. I just feel like those characters had more chemistry than Deku and Uraraka, which is like the blandest ship of all time. But I'm just saying that was the thing. That I was like, oh my god, like, I guess, like, Uraraka and Deku did have that moment I think it was the last chapter, and that was pretty good. Like, I was like, damn, you know what, I usually don't give, like, a rat's tail about this ship, but you know what, not bad. That was not a bad moment. Like, you were my hero. That shit was cute, but, I mean, come on. Like, it's the last moment, you know, like, and, like, on top of that, too, it's just, like, the other thing that I've seen people say is that that it doesn't technically end. And I'm like, well, how do you know we're not getting more after this? All right? Like, because I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of down for a sequel. And I know people are going to be like, there's no way Horikoshi's doing a sequel. Yeah, well, a lot of mangaka don't always do their sequels, now do they? And I'm not saying that's always a good thing. I'm just saying that it's a thing. That there is a chance that we might actually get a sequel. That we might get something like My Hero something. Instead of Academia, My Hero Career. I don't know. That's a terrible name. My Hero something, you know? Like, and it's maybe, like, for those of you who are upset that we didn't see Deku properly crowned, said out loud, Deku, you are the #1 hero. Maybe you can get that in a sequel. You know, because we do know there's an announcement coming. So maybe the announcement's a sequel. Maybe the announcement is an anime adaptation of Vigilantes. Maybe it's an announcement of a spin-off. Maybe it's an announcement of a new movie. I don't know. But I don't, like, this ending, I felt fulfilled. I felt like it was pretty good. Twitter didn't, because they read scans and not the actual book, and I'm, like, convinced that people just don't read the things they complained about. Like, this even goes beyond manga. I'm convinced that people don't watch the VTubers that they complain about. I'm convinced that people don't watch the shows that they complain about. I'm convinced people don't read the books that they complain about, and I'm convinced people don't read the manga that they complain about. I'm convinced people don't play the video games that they complain about. People just like to complain based off of things that they saw online. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this was pretty good, actually. Crazy thought, I know, but I thought it was pretty damn good. But that's just me, and I don't know, that's my opinion. If you want more, I was gonna say more My Hero, I don't think we're getting that. If, again, maybe we're getting a sequel, it'd be cool, but I'm not sure. I'm like 50-50, right? I'm like, well, I'm more like 40% sure we'll get a sequel. It seems kind of like a far-fetched idea, but you never know. I'm like more 60% sure that it's probably going to be like a Vigilantes anime announcement, which would be cool. I haven't finished Vigilantes, but I liked it. But yeah, I don't know. If you want more manga content, I read a decent amount of manga, not a whole lot, but I do read manga here and there. Just let me know what videos you guys want me to do, because I don't know what to do with this channel. It just kind of sits here and I feel bad. But yeah, man, that's it. You guys have yourselves a darn good one, and I will catch you in the next video, whenever that may be. Bye-bye.